logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest. Never let a manufacture stack like that. And if it getting toxic, tell the boy fall back. If it was back then, I'd be tripping off that. Took a little time just to get me on track. I went from snotty to snobby, got it like, immune to everybody. This is
It's week 14 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Stephon Diggs. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Bills and the Cowboys, next on EA Sports.
Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Highmark Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Buffalo Bills. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis as two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Into the air right away is Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And this one is incomplete. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
out. Here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On play action, Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Here's Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. On 2nd and inches, Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Now Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. He finds his man, complete. It's Allen. And he is going to have the Bills' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Harris running straight ahead. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Flush to his right. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
First and goal at the 1. They'll try to run with Harris. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Damian Harris, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
And now, before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. They'll try and run with Harris. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Allen going to try and keep it. Yeah, this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Lutz is good, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11, 1st down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. And he'll go out of bounds and appears right at the 45. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he stopped immediately there. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Prescott. Hard throw, incomplete. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris, and that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. On 3rd down, here's Harris, and he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
From the 38, Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. And boy, CeeDee, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took off that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a give, running left is Harris. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
First down, and they go back to Harris. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run again with Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Morris. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
4 yards on the pickup.
Throwing again on second down. Allen finding Harris over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The Bills passing game, get them down the field. They've got another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. He's got room past the 30, and he'll be out right at the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll throw again. Prescott. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Allen's throw complete to Shakir. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Again, they'll throw with Allen, and that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Here's Trenton Gill now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin with a rematch for both Super Bowls 42 and 46. The New York Giants playing host to New England. And it's the Giants who are out in front in the second quarter. Aaron Rodgers carving them up with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Bills, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Pollard again. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And now the drive starts. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Cowboys have recovered.
It's not exactly round and round we go, but I'm looking at the poor defenses. All right, back-to-back possessions, the ball's turned over.
Back-to-back plays.
I mean, just that quickly, and you think you're going to the bench to get a little break, and all of a sudden you're hearing sudden change, get back out there, grabbing your helmets and running back out on the field. I don't think it's going to affect them much now, but if this keeps up, you're going to have two very angry defenses. You want the offense to take care of the ball.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Prescott to throw it. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Now Prescott. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott now. And that will be incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it, and this will stay a 4-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. On the move past the 40. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up the 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd down and 3.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Damian Harris, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have retaken a third-quarter lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there. I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing, Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Matt Milano, the man to break up the throw.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Buffalo set to get the football back here.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Allen. Buying time. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Micah Parsons coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Allen, he'll check this down to Hines. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Oh, good move. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Prescott on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. On 2nd and very short. Prescott under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Von Miller in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. No gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down. Now Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Cowboys on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Prescott. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Now a give here to Pollard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A 1-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This just a 24-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. Allen now on first down. Hardy's got it on the out route. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. Well, that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll get about 2 there to the 36. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Von Miller giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Prescott's. Now the ball comes loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They not touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 68 yards. And the Cowboys strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Allen and the Bills now, trailing 17-10, 2:06 to play. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. This to Hines on the drop-off. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Allen.
He's got it. The tight end, Allen. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Here's Allen.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Throwing is Allen. On the slant, he's got Davis. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now Allen.
It's hauled in by Hardy.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
To throw is Allen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Now Allen.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Intercepted by the Cowboys.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Cowboys, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Bills, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.